Hello, Bucs fans. Welcome back to Real Bucs Talk. In today's video, we're going to talk about Buccaneers receiver Chris Godwin and how he was showing signs of life in this game against the Arizona Cardinals last week and really showing things that we've seen before from Chris Godwin. And he started to look more and more like himself. And for the Buccaneers offense, I think they're going to need that to continue. And hopefully it continues to elevate as we go through the film here against the Cardinals. Could have had a big day. I mean, he had 3 catches, I think over 80 yards. Could have had maybe potentially multiple touchdowns. But as we go through this first play, he was doing a good job of, again, just being utilized well, getting open. As you see here, just a great overall play design and him utilizing his abilities to get downfield. But I love how they set this up. Again, you have 12 personnel. You're going to run a play action fake this way with the running back coming in. And you're going to have Chris Godwin faking like he's going to come down and crash block, but then release backside. You're going to have Ryan Miller come this way and draw defenders to create space downfield. And this is just well executed, a great throw and catch by Baker Mayfield. You see the play action pass, and you're going to see Godwin again. He is doing a good job of sneaking out backside with the vertical release. You see Ryan Miller, he's drawing 2 defenders. So you create all that space to operate in. And that is something that I think the Buccaneers need, especially from their receivers, and ability to beat man coverage, I think is important. And Chris Godwin has shown he can do that. And again, just great execution and throw. You see it from the backside here. Does a great job of stepping up and buying time. And he's anticipating. He's throwing this with anticipation. Good job by Baker. Good job by Chris to get to the spot. And you can just see he's got a little bit more explosiveness to his step and able to separate. And again, just great play and overall catch. So as we continue on, very important just how he's able to work himself open as well, use his physicality. You're going to see him here, and he's going to do a good job of just running to space, but not stopping and helping out his quarterback. So you see Baker's pressured right away. He's able to make the blitzer miss, which is important. And look how Chris Godwin, he's going to continue to work his way back to the quarterback and watch what he does to create space, which is really cool. He's going to look like he's going to go vertical, like he's going to go upfield, and then he's going to come back to the football right there, makes a nice little move and gets just enough separation where Baker can find him. Great catch. He's able to use his physicality and break that tackle and then turn this into explosive. Good block there by Tez Johnson, and he's able to get a nice gain. That was his first catch, and then another big play here, and they ran this play a lot where Chris Godwin is just running and doing a comeback or curl route into space. And you're going to see this defender, he's going to overshoot this, and Baker does a great job of throwing this behind the defender and executing, and it allows Chris. You see here, it probably could have been intercepted as the defender is right there, but a great throw by Baker to get it behind him as the defender overruns it. Great catch there by Godwin, and he's able to turn it upfield and get more yards. So Chris Godwin and his ability to create, and again, he's operating here in the slot, and just watch him here as he's able to be a part. And again, this was another touchdown that got another big play that got taken off the board, but just showing how Godwin can be that safety blanket for Baker Mayfield, an option in the middle of the field. And you can see how he's working his way to the zones. Just a very smart football player. So Baker has an option if it's not for Rashad being the designated primary here. Again, this is a great play. Unfortunately, they called Tez Johnson for pass interference, which it wasn't. Again, Tez is just running his route, And unfortunately, he gets caught up with the defender. Shouldn't be a pass interference, though. And this would have been a well executed play. It should have been a touchdown. Unfortunately, it comes back. But as we continue on, Godwin now working 2 by 2. He's working alongside Emeka. Emeka does a great job of running this sail route or corner route to the back of the end zone. Godwin is going to flare out here to the flat and probably should have had a reception here. It's unfortunate that I think Baker got to him a little bit late and kind of threw off the timing. Like right as Godwin turns, he's got leverage on this defender, and you can see where the attention is going. It's going to a Mecca here, and they're basically bracketing a Mecca because they're expecting Baker to try to throw this in the back of the end zone. And as Baker adjusts here, again, the accuracy doesn't work out. Probably could have just dumped it off to Godwin, unless he's expecting Godwin to be, running to this football. But again, it's just inaccurate ball and it misfires. And luckily wasn't intercepted, but just got to hit him here in the numbers. You dump it off to him, and he's got an opportunity to maybe potentially score after the catch. It's unfortunate that it goes down as an incompletion. The other issue though is they come right back to Chris Godwin with a great concept where Godwin is going to basically run a post here in the back of the end zone, and it's a great timing throw by Baker and just perfect throw. And unfortunately, this is where the execution of the offense just has to be better. And you can see Godwin's got the inside leverage. He does a great job of setting this up. You got all this space to work with, and it's a hell of a throw by Baker. He puts it right on the money, right on his hands, and unfortunately, he drops it. So it's just Godwin is getting closer to being all the way back, but hopefully next time he just makes those plays and makes that catch. And you see reverse angle here as we go through it again. Great anticipation by Baker, and that's perfect throw right into the hands of Godwin, and unfortunately doesn't come down with it. And that's something where the offense could be better. And it's like you take 7 points off the board there, you have to settle for 3. Those are kind of the plays where you have to make them. And I think as we go forward, Godwin's going to continue to get better. And even here, this is the one that got called back due to holding, but you can see where Chris Godwin is. He's picking up the edge rusher. He's basically coming down and cracking number 5 here. He does a great job of staying with it and does his job. Unfortunately, Payne Durham holds when he didn't really have to. I understand it's a more athletic player, but you just got to stop there and just push him. Don't even try to hold him or anything. But unfortunately, ends up getting called. And as we go to the reverse angle, you can see right here, Chris Godwin knows his assignment, going to block down and does a great job of just shielding number 5. And he's creating that void. And you can see like where the pathway is. Like, unfortunately, Payne Durham just can't do it, can't complete his assignment as we see him play. And he has so much versatility. He can play all the receiver spots, and him being utilized as that underneath option, being able to win in man coverage, win in zone coverage, and be a reliable player like he has been for the Bucs. I think this is just a huge momentum shift for Chris Godwin. I expect him to continue to get better as he goes on, and him and Baker, I think, are going to be really working well together as we go down the stretch of these games. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to hit the like button, comment down below your thoughts. And with that said, until the next one.